What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Trout Wrangler podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Garrity. It is currently Friday, August 29th at 10:20 in the morning. We got off work a little early today, and we are going to record the podcast. Right here, this is my dog Maverick, the show's vibes curator. You got anything to say, vibes curator? Man of many words. But we got a packed episode today. We got a little interview with some people. But like a lot of you know, we were up at the Rise Fly Fishing Festival last weekend, up in Asheville, North Carolina, with some awesome companies involved. Really cool people. We have a interview from there, and got a lot of stuff accomplished, and had a really good time. Oh, vibes curator's out. You know what? Is that what you're looking for? You toy, good boy. You're not gonna be able to get back up there, dude. Dang. What you looking at over here, bub? But yeah, super cool event. Like really cool. I'll go over some stuff. I'll go over some stuff here in a little bit that just goes over a little more in depth. We got a little interview with Shelton and Nate from Borne From Blue Lines, Create Uproar, and just a really cool episode. Kind of recapping all that. I'll also recap my morning at the West Fork of the Pigeon River on Saturday morning. It's tough, but before we get into all that, go to riversmith.com, pick out anything on the website, and use code Wrangler10 at checkout to save yourself 10% on that order. But until then, let's get into the episode. So, like I said in the intro, we were up in Asheville for the Rise Festival. All around, dude, that was such a well organized, really cool festival. Came together super fast. I think it was like 3 weeks ago that I messaged Nate with Borne From Blue Lines, and he sent me to. I think he either sent me to Shelton or sent Shelton to me, and literally, like, I think I sent an email, and Shelton got back to me in like 5 minutes. I think that was like either end of last month or early this month, and went from there. Went up there on Saturday morning, and we had a little like welcome dinner and like a little party on Saturday night. And then Sunday was the event, dude. I mean, when we got there Saturday night, the food was fantastic. Shelton cooked some barbecue and stuff like that. And dude, the barbecue was absolutely fantastic. So we had they had they had really good food, beers, and all that stuff all throughout Saturday night. And I got there around, let's see, 1 o'clock, 1:30 maybe. And literally like the whole process from arrival, check-in to check out and getting into the cabin and stuff like that, top notch. I mean, what they got running over there at Wrong Way cabins, or the Wrong Way lodging cabins, river cabins, is fantastic. Really, really great location, prime to some awesome fishing. Prime to some like super like if there's like a really good like show you want to go to up in Asheville, this is the perfect spot to be for it. You're not far from downtown. You're not far from West Asheville. It's right on the French Broad River and a really good stretch with some smallmouth. Like you're so close to everything. Like if widespread panic comes back to Asheville next year, I will be staying there. Just super super cool place. Super awesome setup. Like they had the barbecue up in their little garden up there between like some houses and the cabins, and like they got picnic tables out there. They have a fire pit. They got like plenty of space to spread out up there, and it was just super cool. Really, 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 really awesome place. Just bottom line. If you need to go up to Asheville for anything, like bachelor party or fishing trip, like I said, like a music show or something like that, I'd give these guys a look. Staff is fantastic. Shelton's just a top notch dude. Super super cool guy. You'll see a little interview with him and Nate here in a second, and they like everything you need is right there on premise. Like right there. And like they got a little beer cooler in there where you can buy beers if you need those on the fly. They're right there. They got a nice little place downstairs, like an event space. Got a little bar upstairs. It is a super 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 cool place, and it is perfect for Asheville. And just all around like really really cool. I will definitely be visiting again. Super fun. Now let's get into some of the stuff about the event. So one thing, dude, the fishing community in Asheville, awesome. I mean, everybody showed up. It rained. And honestly, the setup, even with the rain, was fantastic. The way these cabins are built, they kind of have like a little garage kind of thing under. So people set up under the little garage things, and they had tents where everybody set up. And honestly, like that was like imperative for this event. Like when it started raining, everybody was covered up. People were still walking around, going to booth, buying stuff, and the way it was set up for this event, perfect. Perfect. Didn't miss out on anything with the rain. People were still there walking around, shopping, and having a good time. Just walking around, Rain really didn't put a damper on anything. And like it was estimated that 250 to 300 people showed up to that event. For that being a first year event and it raining, those numbers are unbelievable. And like usually when you hear like 250 people to 300 people were at an event, you'd think that it's like kind of crammed in. No, there was plenty of space for people to spread out. They had the barbecue cooker up above, kind of like in the middle of all the cabins. Of course, they decide to mow down there while I am doing the podcast. Of course. So if you hear the mower down there, I apologize. That's why I kind of got closer to here to try and muffle out the mower. But dude, there was so much space. that people could bounce around. There was plenty of room. All the vendors and stuff could set up so none of their stuff got wet, and that was huge. Some stuff from it. They raised $6,000 and counting. They still have the silent auction going on until today at 1. So you guys still have about 3 hours to get in and get your stuff in. They currently have $2,500 raised on that silent auction, which is awesome. So they received 13 media placements locally and nationally. Just a few of the brands there's a few of the media outlets that I saw. Travel and Leisure, Town and Country, Fly Lords, they're a big one. Southlands Magazine, got to meet the guy behind that this weekend. Really cool guy. Asheville Today, 828 News Now, Citizen Times, Yahoo, all sorts of stuff. Like a lot of media outlets covered it, which was really cool to see. But like I said, super, super cool event. I want to really thank Shelton, Kelsey, and everybody for having me this weekend. Super awesome event. I cannot wait until the next one. And once again, man, just like a huge shout out to them for getting all this together and really putting on an awesome outdoor event. I mean, I've been to a lot of events and I haven't seen many run as smooth as that one did. Been to a lot of them and I haven't seen one run as smooth as that did. And I've been to like Bassmaster Classics. I've been to the North Carolina Outdoor Expos in Raleigh. Being on a college fishing team, I've been to a lot of those, and this one was probably one of the most well-organized ones, and it ran the smoothest. So, big hand for them. Big hand for them for that. But without further ado, here is the interview with Nate and Shelton, and hope you guys enjoy this. I had a really good time sitting down with these guys and hanging out with them, here it is. What's up, guys? We're here at the Wrong Way River Lodge and Cabins. First off, dude, you guys have a jam up setup over here.
Thanks, man.
This is pretty sweet over here. But I'll go ahead and let you guys introduce yourself real quick.
Super. Yeah, I'm Shelton Steele. I'm one of the co-owners of Wrong Way River Lodge and Cabins here in West Asheville, North Carolina. We sit right alongside the French Broad River. Wrong Way, our name is a nod to the river running south to north, so it starts in Pisgah and ends up in the Gulf of Mexico or America, whichever you prefer. Yeah, and we're excited to have this kind of inaugural event. It's the Rise fly fishing event, and I'll let my compadre Nate introduce himself.
What's up, y'all? I'm Nate Jordan. I'm the owner of Uproar Concept. We're a creative shop that specializes in outdoor adventure and stewardship and sustainability work, and the founder of Borne From Blue Lines. And that's the main hat I'm wearing here with Borne From Blue Lines. That's an initiative that was started to help guides and outfitters who were affected by Hurricane Helene. We designed some shirts and stickers and just fun swag to sell to help those guides and outfitters kind of, bounce back from Helene. And Rise is kind of the next evolution of the Borne From Blue Lines effort. We have 3 shops here today for the event that'll be selling gear and doing some casting demos and different stuff like that. And we're also raising funds for some nonprofits who are dedicated to doing some stream restoration on the French Broad watershed. So
yeah, and I would add to that we're kind of celebrating what is Asheville's fly fishing culture, and it's pretty unique. I like to say it's a mashup of fly fishing, tattoos, Grateful Dead, and just general outdoorsmen. So hopefully the festival reflects that today, and really we just want to celebrate this milestone. We're a year post Helene, and we're looking to, shine a light on the good stuff and look ahead, not necessarily look back.
I can completely agree with that, man. So you guys both have extensive backgrounds in the outdoors, the fishing industry, stuff like that. Can you guys go over that a little bit?
Yeah, I guess, I'll start. I've lived, I'm a Western North Carolina native. Went to Appalachian State University, did some fly fishing up there, and then moved to Asheville about almost 20 years ago. And that's where I really kind of sunk my teeth into it. And, I've been a really avid fly fisherman ever since. Love to explore all of the watersheds here in Western North Carolina. It's a really special place. In my day job, we do a lot of fishing and just different outfitter work and guide service work, and being able to combine sort of my passion for fishing with what I do. We work with Headwaters Outfitters, who's here, Davidson River Outfitters, a bunch of different fly fishing brands. Grays is one example of that. We're just big fans and big proponents of the culture and the special practice that fly fishing really is. It's one of those meditative things where you can kind of get out and just sort of reset and quiet your mind. And I just want to share that with everybody and celebrate that, with the community through this event. And I think it's really needed. I think it'll be really healing for the community. And I think it's an excuse to just come together and have a party and have fun and kind of, just meet new folks and make new fishing buddies. And I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I agree with y'all.
I'm stoked too. Yeah, I mean, my background, I grew up kayaking in Western North Carolina. Went to a summer camp called Camp Mondamin. Ended up teaching kayaking there as a young adult, and that kind of landed me in Asheville. And I was not able to make a living as a kayaker, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And I'm on the river all the time. I love the sound of running water, kind of like Nate was saying, the Zen element of just being in and around a river. And so I tend to row the dory or the raft when my friends are fishing. So yeah, y'all call me if you got a cooler full of beer, you need somebody to row. That's totally my jam.
Okay, I'll hit you up. I'll have you cooler full of beer.
All right.
I got to get a raft first. So.
Oh yeah, that would help.
But you guys were talking about community, man.
Yeah.
I've talked to people in other communities and stuff like that, and they're doing all this stuff to kind of a lot like this to engage that whole community. So it's what you guys are doing is a huge thing, because I feel like there is a community in North Carolina that's got there's a bunch of sub communities. What are you guys doing kind of on the side of this to build a bigger community in the state of North Carolina's fly fishing whole?
Man, I'll let Nate answer that one.
There you go.
Well, I'll say, through Uproar, our agency, we do a lot of work with the state of North Carolina, marketing and advertising, outdoor adventure and stewardship, and basically the principles of leave no trace and good outdoor ethics. We train guides and things like that. And so we're really trying to build this, and that was actually part of some of the motivation to start this thing. We all knew that the anniversary of Helene was coming. We wanted to create some good vibes. We wanted to have some things where the community could come together and celebrate. And so Shelton and I were Shelton's always wanted to have a fly fishing event.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like everything really came to a head, and, the need to have a celebration, the need to do some good, it's also it's smart marketing as well. Right. And we're building and supporting the outdoor economy and the fishing economy here in Western North Carolina, and really largely throughout the state as well. And yeah, we're just excited to be a part of it and trying to support as best we can.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was super excited to be a part of this as well, man. It was I saw it. I actually messaged you on Instagram.
Oh, really?
I saw it. I was like, do you guys need any more vendors or anything like that? Yeah. And you sent me to Shelton.
Yeah.
And I think I got you sent Shelton to me, and I got an email 5 minutes after. I was like, we're quick.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you. That was so much fun last night. Dude, and what you guys are doing in this community, unbelievable, man. This whole thing is super cool. I didn't even know Caleb with Free Fly until last night. Michael with Free Fly connected me with Caleb. We were going to fish yesterday, and then Caleb got up here a little late. and we've been hanging out the whole time, dude. Like the more stuff that
It's so cool.
we see like this,
Mhm.
it's awesome. He lives in Charleston. It's like we're talking about going to the Saluda River and stuff now, and dude, what you guys are doing in this community and stuff like that is so needed.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you guys are starting to do it.
Well, thank
So,
you.
No problem. No
absolutely.
problem.
Let's go kick this festival.
Oh
Starts in
yeah,
half
man.
an hour.
This is one of my things that I do after everyone. You might like this because I know you're a deadhead.
Yeah.
So your go-to, both of y'all, your go-to 5 fishing songs, or 5 songs as a whole.
5 songs as a whole.
Yeah.
Man, I've been listening to Wyatt Flores, Tyler Childers' new album. Always love Sturgill, anything that he's playing. Actually, Chatham County Line's got a new album out that's exceptional. And then, yeah, any live old dead tape just to roll down the highway.
Oh yeah.
I'm from Wilkesboro originally, so I grew up going to Merlefest. So a lot of times it'll be sort of like a bluegrass thing. Chatham County Line is definitely one of my faves, but the other side of the coin for me too is like I like the sort of slightly psychedelic stuff. The Future Birds is a big one. I love Susto. Yeah, dude. And honestly, I'll just put it on. I'm a Spotify fan, so I'll just put it on like Future Birds radio or something like that, and it's usually hitting for me.
Dude, I did that the whole way up here yesterday. I went to Future Birds radio and just clicked it.
Those
and
dudes
just
are
rode.
awesome.
They are. They're all from Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
My little sister went to UGA, so it's like kind of cool. They just pop up and play like a fraternity house. It's pretty cool. But dude, thank y'all guys so much for having me here, and thank you guys for coming on.
Absolutely.
You got it, brother.
There you go. I got some stickers for y'all.
So, like I said, that was Nate and Shelton. 2 really nice guys. Want to sit down with them to do another like long form podcast at some point, and just kind of like pick their brains. 2 pretty smart people. And I just want to give them a big thanks again for having me out there. Had a great time, really, really good time, and got to walk around, do a little networking, talk to people, met some cool people, and really, really enjoyed this event just because it did have that a little more personal feel with the vendors because the whole thing Saturday night kicks it off, and it was a lot of fun for all the people involved, and I think that's something that all of these outdoor shows should be doing. And I hope this one is one of many for Western North Carolina. I hope a lot of people saw the impact of this and decide to do more like that. Just get everybody together and hang out, have like a little party at some point, hang out, drink a few beers, and just, relax. And then go out, have an event that Sunday morning, and just, just bring a community together. And it's one of those things I hope we see a whole lot more of this. A whole lot more. Something almost like I think what they have in Charleston with like casting drafts, that would be cool as hell. To have it like every other month, have like a little get together, little community outreach day where set up vendors and stuff like that. That'd be super cool to have in Western North Carolina. I feel like Western North Carolina has the fly fishing community to do that. It's like super cool. So hopefully we see some more stuff like this in the future. And once again, I just want to thank everybody for having me. Kelsey, Shelton, Nate, all the people that put this together. Great job, and thank you again. Such a good time. Can't wait for the next one. But once again, just thank you. But like I said, before going up there Saturday, I did fish West Fork of the Pigeon River, and it was one of those things. It was tough. This time of year, you start getting to the West Fork of the Pigeon and some of those delayed harvest streams. Those fish just aren't there anymore, and the holdovers that are there have seen so many flies that they get a little like fly shy, you know. They get down deep, but I kind of went out there the other day anticipating and wanting to do some things that I don't often do. Um, Practice some things. I uh I did a lot of practice fishing the what I call the shaving cream. When you got like a little drop off and like a little waterfall plunge pool kind of thing. And then down there is all the stuff that builds up and it looks like shaving cream. So that's what I went out there trying to fish. I fish that very rarely. Um Very rarely. And I should fish it more. And I went out like solely intending to do that. I didn't even usually when you're out there at the Pigeon River, you can see a ton of fish while you're there. I talked to like 3, 4 separate people, and they're like, we haven't caught any today, and they've been like, it's really tough. Usually we come out here and catch a lot, and today, like, I just don't know what they're doing. But it's it's at that's at the tail end of that delayed harvest cycle, and it's tough to really go out there and put something together. Um, Thought about going blue lining, which at the end of the day, I probably should have. I really prefer to go blue lining, and but we got the fall stocks coming up. I think it's October and November. We got a couple stocks going on. Um, I'll probably hit a couple blue lines before that good fall fishing kicks in. This is probably one of my favorite times of year to fish, and just favorite time of year all around. Because there's just so much to look forward to. You got college football, you got deer season right around the corner, and dude, like just great time of year. Fall foliage up in the mountains. Um, just can't wait for that stuff. But you know, threw a lot at those fish over there. They were kind of, I don't know, really don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I ended up catching like one wild rainbow, and the rest of the day, I like looked down at my watch. I was like, I think I'm gonna get out of here. So put it in the car. Got back to the wrong way over there at 1 o'clock. Got there a little too early. Felt bad for the staff, but they were nothing but nice to me. So you know, West Fork of the Pigeon River, wasn't as good as I usually have had it out there. Wasn't as good, which sucks because I do love going out there and fishing. But if it was easy, if fishing was easy, they call it catching. But you know, it happens. It happens. Everybody has those days. Shout out Hannah Montana, I guess. What just fell down there, dude? I've got so much crap all over this fly tying desk over here. I use my fly tying desk as my no, that was my laptop charger that fell out of there, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm on 90%. But yeah, I use my fly tying desk as my podcast desk as well, and this thing is a mess. I had to go through here and, kind of organize some stuff after I get off here and I get done tying some flies for friends. But yeah, so that was my morning at the West Fork of the Pigeon River. Kind of tough, but had it back last week. We went 2 for 4. I think I won the Hawaii game. I know that. And I called the UNLV game. Kansas game not so good. Fresno State game wasn't so good either. I definitely should have taken Kansas in that Fresno State game, and I didn't. But that happens. That happens. But you know what we got coming now. We got a lot more games this week, and let me see. I had a few that we're gonna go over here. I have them in my notes on my cellular device here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games we're gonna go over here. Um, dude, it's back. It's officially back. Week 1. We got good games this week. We got SEC games this week. We got Texas, Ohio State. We got Lee Corso's last game putting on the headgear, which that makes me sad, man. I'll miss Lee Corso. Lee Corso is just such an icon to the entire sport of football. Just an absolute legend. So man, I'll miss you. I'll miss seeing him on Saturday mornings. But let's get into it. The Rise Flies picks and predictions presented by Afueta Coffee. Let's get into it. Our first game, we got Texas Ohio State. This is the marquee matchup of the weekend. We got number 1 Texas taking on, I want to say it was number 3 Ohio State, which is a little surprising. A little bit surprising to me. Like, I understand the Texas hype. You got Arch Manning, very very good quarterback, but like we were talking to Paul Puckett last week, and he was kind of making some calls on the game or on the season with Texas, and he said 8-4. He said they should lose 3 or 4 games. Don't really know what to expect from this Texas team. I would love to see Texas roll Ohio State. I would love to. But dude, like, it's just a toss up. It's just a toss up. My gut feeling said to take take Texas money line. Dude, I wanted to so bad. Even this spread that I took is even a little crazy to me, I don't know how I feel about this, but I haven't taken it yet. I might switch up and go and make like a alternate spread because I just don't like this line. I don't like this line that DraftKings gave out here. Texas plus half a point. Plus 0.5. Like, you can't go like Texas plus 6. You can't go Texas like plus 7.5, maybe like 6.5, 7. It's got to be Texas plus 0.5. I don't know. I just don't see Texas losing by less than 1. I just don't see it. What do you think, Mav? What do you think, bub? You think Texas loses by less than 1, dude? You think Texas loses by less than 1? He doesn't know. I don't know, but see, tentatively Texas plus 0.5. I don't know though, man. Like, I think that is a great game for an alternate spread. A great game for an alternate spread. Ricky jumping down. But the rest of these, man, it's kind of hard to call. These week 1 games are kind of cupcake games. And they're hard to pick, like Auburn Baylor. There's a good chance that Baylor can come in and Baylor can, hand Auburn an L. I didn't like the spreads. At all. Hey, what are you doing down there? Nah. Hey, get back up on the bed, dude. Get up there. Don't make me put you back up on the bed. Sit and don't sit. Come on. Hey, sit. Good boy. Sit. Hey, sit down. Good guy. All right. Good boy. Let's see. Baylor. I want to see the spread of this game. I looked at it and I thought it was kind of crazy. I did. I just gotta re-look back at it because I forgot because I didn't take the spread. I did not take the spread in this game. LSU Clemson's a good one. I didn't even put that one down there. They got LSU at plus 154 for money line, dude. And then their spread is +4, which I like that line. I like that line, LSU +4. I'm definitely going to take that. The over is 57.5. I kind of like that. I kind of like that over as well. I just want to see what we got for that spread in the Auburn Baylor game. That's going to be the death of me if I can't find the spread in this Auburn Baylor game. Here it is. The spread was like Baylor +1.5 is -105. Like I just can't see. I can't see Auburn losing to Baylor by less than 2. Like, don't get me wrong, Baylor is a good football team, but like that's why I took the over on this one because yeah, like either way, if it's probably going to be a shootout. I mean, both teams just have to one team either has to drop a shitload of points. Auburn either has to like manhandle Baylor or it has to be a high scoring passing game. And we got it. This is going to be an interesting game though. Like I said, I got the over at 58.5. Georgia Tech, Colorado. That's another one. I took all overs. I might flip my mind watching game day in the morning or something like that and get deeper in depth and be like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm not going to do. But Georgia Tech, Colorado, man. I mean, last year you watched Georgia Tech walk into Sanford Stadium and almost hand the Georgia Bulldogs an L. They've proven that they're a stout team, very stout team, and they got a lot of guys coming back, and Colorado lost a lot of their team. You know, Colorado, no more Travis Hunter, no more Shador, no more Jimmy Horn Jr. Those are all big guys that played a big role at Colorado last year. Took the over in this game. They still got some dogs on that Colorado squad. They just lost their big 3. So I took the over at 51.5, which I think that's a doable over. You still have Coach Prime. Still have Coach Prime over there, proven to be a good coach. But yeah, my 51.5 is at -110. And then tonight, you know, we got UNCC app. I took the over in that one too. At 50.5. You know, I almost took UNCC money line in this one. UNCC is a sneaky team. Like they had that running back that came from last year that came back. That running back ran all over the East Carolina Pirates last year, which is my alma mater, who lost to NC State last night. But he ran all over ECU, and he is an East Carolina transfer. But dude, like app is good. Don't get me wrong, but UNCC is going to be a mostly UNCC crowd, I believe, because it's right here in our backyard of Bank of America Stadium, 15 minutes up the road from where I am sitting right now. There is a very big chance that UNCC can walk into that stadium and put a beat down on a very good App State team tonight. Does it happen? I don't know. And that's why I safely took the over at 50.5 because, you know, 2 in-state rivalries, not really in-state rivalries, an in-state matchup. You're gonna have some hype around this game. And over 50.5, I think, is very doable. very doable over, and I took that at minus 108. And that could be a very good game. I want to go to that game. The fact they got tickets at $90 to go watch UNCC play App State is a little bit crazy, but hell, that's why I don't set the ticket prices. Next game you got University of Tennessee, University of Tennessee. Syracuse. Syracuse isn't to be slept on either. I took the spread in this game, and I took Syracuse plus 13.5. Took plus 13.5. It's the first week of the season. Some of these teams have to work out bumps and bruises and got to work out some stuff. And Tennessee is a team that has the opportunity to go out and kind of like slip up against Syracuse, and that's why I took Syracuse 13.5. I think Syracuse is a team that likes to capitalize on those early teams making mistakes. I don't know, man. Like, there's some games that I look at this weekend and I'm like, that team can march in and kind of put up some points on a very early young team. And I just think that's how this UT Syracuse game is going to go. Plus 13.5, I think that was kind of like a no-brainer to take. I mean, UT lost a lot of their good guys. A lot of them. So we'll see. The next one, this is another one, dude. Like, the SEC has some interesting week 1 games this week. Like I said, you got Texas Ohio State, Auburn Baylor, UT Syracuse, and then UGA Marshall. I mean, I'm not going to say anything because I'm still haunted from last year when I forget what game it was. I think it was Ole Miss, where Georgia scored their first touchdown, and I said, this is going to be a bloodbath. And then Ole Miss went on to absolutely beat the piss out of Georgia. So I don't really comment on those games anymore. But here you go. I took UGA Marshall. I took Marshall plus 38.5, but I'm going to give you a side bet. Marshall 38.5. So Marshall has to lose by 39 or less. And another one, side bet, Nate Frazier to score. Nate Frazier's an absolute animal. We saw that last year. Nate Frazier to score is going to be that. I'm calling that is going to happen tomorrow. Nate Frazier to score is a lock. So go and take Nate Frazier to score. Marshall plus 38.5. You can parlay that. You can parlay this entire little thing I just did. But that's about all I got for everybody today. Like I said, that was the Rise Flies Picks and Predictions with a Fwetta coffee. Shout out my man Matt Igo. He was big into this. He still is. And he's like, man, what was you jumping up at down there, Matt? My buddy Matt, a Fwetta coffee. Go check it out. Go check out their website. It is awesome coffee. Awesome coffee. So go check it out. That's all I got for the Rise Flies Picks and Predictions with a Fwetta coffee. But that's all I got for everybody today, really, too. Thank you guys for listening, and if you feel so inclined to, leave a review on Spotify, like and subscribe on YouTube. Go and check us out on Instagram, TikTok, wherever, and always go to riversmith.com to save 10% on your Riversmith orders. Until next week, I'm out. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe and enjoy some college football. Thank you.